Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. Evo Japan has just wrapped up, and on top of the fantastic matches throughout a lot of different games, we also had tons of news. Now, some of the big things that happened over the weekend news-wise, we've already covered on the channel, like a little bit of new Ingrid info for Street Fighter 6 or the Hulk and Black Panther trailer for Marvel Tokon. And check those videos out if you haven't already learned what's up with that. But there's so much news besides that over Evo Japan weekend, I figure let's cover the rest of it all in one big video, because there's a lot to talk about of what did and didn't, Virtua Fighter fans, happen over the weekend. So first, let's start with some anime fighters. So looks like we're getting a new Melty blood. Maybe I was out of the loop, but I was not expecting this at all. So a couple years back, we had Melty Blood Type Lumina, which was the first new Melty Blood in a long time. And this is Melty Blood Twi Lumina. And we're a little short on details right now, other than the fact that this is effectively, at least my understanding, like the equivalent of a Super Street Fighter. This is the updated version of Type Lumina. Coming out early next year, and we got new things like, hey, new characters, new battle mechanics. I'm assuming a rebalance for the cast as well. Details are a little light at the moment, but it's really refreshing to see that there's still a lot of life left in Melty Blood. Good stuff. For more anime fighters, we have their next DLC character for Under Night In-Birth 2, which is Zohar. No trailer, unfortunately, just the stills going by the trailer. I'm assuming maybe a puppet character. So coming out sometime this summer. And again, just like Melty, plenty more life in Under Night In-Birth. And the update on top of the character is coming with a lot of goodies. A big balance patch for one. Says here, implementing a rating system and rankings for high ranked players. So maybe somewhat similar like, the Master System in Street Fighter. Enhanced training, replay, and mission modes, and improved the frame data display. So these all sound like home runs. Like the character's great on the patch with the balance changes and all this. Great. Love it. Looking forward to seeing how this all pans out. So that is anime fighters, and now let's just talk SNK, because SNK came out swinging for Evo Japan. We got multiple announcements. So here's a fun one, the King of Fighters 15, which came out over 4 years ago now, and you could argue is still the best modern fighting game. Part of the SNK World Championships Pro Tour, and it's getting a balance patch affecting every single character in the game. A lot of people thought that when Vice and Mature got added to the game, that was probably it for the game. And nope, we got big patches for everybody now, turns out. And it's also not going to be that far away. This is coming out in July. I guess the question is specifically just when in July. Evo this year, Evo Vegas, because Evo Japan just finished up. Evo this year is actually at the end of June, so it'll be after Evo though, either way. But just like we talked about for Melty Blood and Under Night In-Birth, very happy to see, not these big tentpole games, not just Street Fighter and Tekken necessarily. Happy to see lots of signs of life, especially for King of Fighters 15, which is, it's an older game now. So really good stuff. Buff Maxima, please. Next up, the Neo Geo Premium Selection has returned. So a few videos ago, I hinted that there might be a classic game making a return at Evo Japan. This is it. World Heroes Perfect is getting the royal treatment from SNK and is coming back for the modern day. So yes, this is World Hero Perfect, the way you remember it. It's a classic fighting game from the 90s, which if you don't know the premise, it's basically a bunch of famous people or archetypes throughout world history all fighting each other. And then sometimes weird aliens as well. And then, there's Brocken. We don't talk about Brocken. But just like all the other remasters, a modern training mode, modern online play with rollback netcode, basically everything you could really want. I'm glad SNK is taking care of its historical end of things, bringing all these classics back to the modern day for a new audience who did not get to experience them back in the day. Good stuff is really all I can say. And how about that big mystery reveal for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves? So turns out we're getting Mr. Karate. Now, unfortunately, the person playing Mr. Karate wearing the mask, so it's just impossible to say who they might be. There's been a lot of talk of Tifa in fighting games lately. Is this Tifa? It could be Tifa. Maybe it's like Kazuya from Tekken. It's just really hard to say. There's just no giveaways on who exactly this could be.
Oh shit, it's Robert from King of Fighters.
Okay, maybe there's an outside chance this is Robert of Art of Fighting fame. There's been more than one person to take up the mantle of Mr. Karate, and it looks like it's Robert's turn now. So does this make him Mr. Karate 3? Because Mr. Karate is Takuma, Mr. Karate 2 is Ryo, and well, this is a different version. And he's another master of Kyokugen Ryu, and he does his own flair with it. Although historically, gameplay-wise, there's a lot of different versions of Robert. So seeing him here as effectively a boss character version of himself, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And yeah, he's coming out in May. And hey, it's May right now, so sometime this month. So very interested in seeing how he is gonna play. And of course, Kenshiro is in June, that's gonna be great. But it doesn't end there, does it? A bit ago for the Fatal Fury anniversary, SNK sent me a care package saying, hey, thanks for covering Fatal Fury, and thank you very much for the care package. And part of this package had a lovely note, and it said there's still a lot more in store for City of the Wolves in the years ahead. So makes me think that we're probably going to be seeing some characters after Kenshiro, but food for thought. Okay, so now that's 2D fighters covered. Let's talk about 3D fighters, and for one of it, a lack thereof. But for Dead or Alive 6 last round, there was quite some hubbub over the fact that it would appear that Kula and Mai, the King of Fighters guest characters, would not reappear, and you can allay those fears. They absolutely will be in the game. And then we learned some stuff like, hey, there's going to be a new lighting engine. So, there's going to be a little bit of a graphical update for the game as well. That's nice. Catch for that being Mai and Kula are still DLC characters. So yes, they will be in the game, but you are going to have to rebuy them past the fact that you're already rebuying this remaster of the game that comes out June the 25th. You'd figure, buying the remaster of an older game, you get all the DLC because, you are getting the other DLC characters, but I guess it must be like a licensing issue or whatever that Mai and Kula have to be DLC again, which not ideal, but is what it is. We also finally got the full trailer for Kunimitsu for Tekken 8, our first DLC character of Season 3. And Kuni definitely looks like a ninja, plays like a ninja. We got teleports, we got, we got the Ninja 101 stuff, like what you would expect and hope out of her. She definitely has the whole ninja power fantasy on lockdown. Also, a couple of new tricks that sort of remind me of Noctis a little bit, but, Noctis ain't exactly coming back, so might as well give it to somebody. And you see some of her alternate outfits, like the schoolgirl outfit and all that. I actually think her alternate outfits look better than her default outfit. That's just me, I guess. But oh well. But yeah, so Kuni's coming in here. Season 3. Back to basics, right? Maybe not as back to basics as we would have hoped. Although a lot of people did enjoy that last patch. So we'll see how it goes, I guess. But Kuni's definitely a Tekken 8 character. Like, we got heat mode, install, tossing fireballs. Like, we're going near on full anime with her moveset. But hopefully in a fun way, rather than the usual everyone's complaining about Tekken 8 kind of way. And just to toss it out there. So, a lot of people ask me, why don't I cover Tekken 8 that much these days, right? Well, one of the issues is Tekken 8 always does stuff the same time someone else is doing their own thing. And at that point, Kunimitsu will launch basically the exact same time Ingrid is launching for Street Fighter 6. Which, if you don't play both games at the same time, perfectly fine. For me, who covers a lot of things all at once, I'm forced to pick and choose. And even though I think Kunimitsu is cool, I'll probably have to cover Ingrid instead. Like, I might play up the Virtua Fighter versus Tekken feud a lot, right? But, like, I don't hate Tekken, but you always just do stuff the same time someone else is doing something, which makes me the solo worker, the solo employee. I'm the editor, makes it hard for me to do two things at once. Anyways, speaking of Virtua Fighter, the news here is no news. So despite Evo Japan having Virtua Fighter 5 Revo as an official main stage title, there still is no Virtua Fighter 6. We're going on a year and a half since the game got announced, and we know just about nothing about the game. You would have thought, if anywhere, if any time, Evo Japan, you might have something, right? And turns out, not so much. I guess the next stop potentially is Summer Game Fest. I will be at Summer Game Fest, by the way. So, If there's any Virtua Fighter there, I will sniff it out. But, buddy, please? Like, the Wolf trailer showed last year at Evo Japan, and now we don't even have a follow-up a year later. Everyone knows I'm Virtua Fighter's biggest shill, and all I'm asking is, please give me something to shill. It's hard to sell people and get people hype on something that almost doesn't exist other than a name at this point. So we'll see. I just bring it up because a lot of people were expecting something from Virtua Fighter 6, and as usual, we got nothing. And that's the main thrust of a lot of the news at Evo Japan. Again, for the Street Fighter Ingrid stuff, and for the Marvel Tokon Hulk and Black Panther, those already have dedicated videos, so please check those out on the channel. And as for Evo Japan itself, just great event, lots of great matches, a few upsets, not the least of which for me, Daigo did not win. The exhibition versus Mena for Street Fighter 6, my real brain realizes Mena was likely to win, but I always want to believe in Daigo. So Mena won the set 10-6, but then again, if you add the Daigo factor to the matchup, Daigo actually won the set 18-10. So Daigo still wins, so there we go. But yeah, just with the variety of things going on, the current games getting updates, the older games still getting updates, and the fact that we got a lot new stuff on the horizon, yo, fighting games as a genre is still doing so good. They're doing great even. It's a lovely time to be a fan of fighting games. There is something for everyone at every possible level of enjoyment. Basically, good times are ahead for fighting games and are gonna be good for quite some time for the foreseeable future, and it just makes me happy. I'm an old man. I'm happy my favorite genre still going strong in the year of our Lord 2026. But that said, my friends, that is the Evo Japan update for you. That's all the news for the moment. And of course, when we have more news on fighting games, hey, check the channel. I'll be here to cover it. That said, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some fighting games.